too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me with the flames I grow. You probably think that I'm ungodly, but I ain't that though. But I ain't here to fight there. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes and flatter, but I don't need those.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field.
Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Now Herbert to start the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. Hey, look at this Packers defense.
And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Fields throw there, hauled in by Claypool.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed it. One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Come on, set. Check, pick. Yellow, line, steal, check, steal. Jet, jet.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Okay,
After
ready?
the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Go ready.
In motion right, Dobbs.
Right.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And now look at this. Big gain, but fumble. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Love now to pass on 1st down. Completes it again to Dobbs. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Off play action. Bryant under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jaquan Brisker getting sent on the safety blitz, and he was able to finish it off.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Here we go.
3rd down and 13.
Ready?
Throwing. Love. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Read option. Here's Herbert. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. You look at this Packers defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Herbert now on the option.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion.
Off play action, Fields. That one caught by Rice. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
It'll be a gain of 5, headed 2nd down.
This defense for the Packers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Moore, the man in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They work now on 2nd and 9. To throw is Fields. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Baker touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down. That is caught by Herbert.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the 2nd quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start. as they get the completion there for good yardage and a first down.
On first down, Fields. He's got the connection to Moore.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good, and that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. On second down, a run with Herbert.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. There's an incompletion problem, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
They'll run with Herbert.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here.
This one swung out here to Jones.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now 2nd and 5.
In motion goes the tight end. 2nd down. Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Love from the gun on third down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have the Packers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. They go back to the ground with Jones. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. To throw now. Here's Love. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3rd and long for Love. That is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Anders Carlson on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Following the interception, Love. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
But this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
When you said jumbled, they were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and the Packers pick it up. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Edwards gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
In motion right, Dobbs. Working out of the gun, Love.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the fourth down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Love to throw for it on fourth.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Jones will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Jones again. And this time he's going to lose yardage as they push him back to the 4-yard line.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a fourth and goal. Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on fourth down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has...
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
And they're going to speed things up here.
It's Fields.
He'll buy some time right.
That's complete to Mooney.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Back to throw. Fields. There's Mooney with another catch.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And he'll be taken. He does have first down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Bears first down.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Fields throwing again. And again back to Kmet.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5.
Fields.
At the 47-yard line.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
On 3rd down, Herbert.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Off play action, Fields.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here's Fields.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line.
Again, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here's Fields.
This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup.
Herbert is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the 3rd quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
Fields trying to throw for it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
As most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5. Love wants to shift things around.
Black Ultra. Set.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Love.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Going back to Love. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Well, he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
2-yard line.
Here we go.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Yellow.
Yes, let's get it.
Off the play fake, Love. And he fends him off, eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
97.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. Dancing to it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordan Love with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Love going to give this one to Jones.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Love now on 2nd down.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Jordan Love.
A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Now Carlson for the extra point.
And the lead is now an even 30.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And that's another play that's painting the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the 1st down at around the 22. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Love, they go play action now. Sliding out of the pocket. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Jones. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll roll him out right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Here's Love. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.